Well, hello, Facebookers. This is not your usual Wednesday live, but I wanted to pop on here because I'm called to say some stuff. And I have to listen to universe when it tells me, when it gives me messages. So, hello, Grace Daco. I think she has a robot because she's always the first one. Do you, Grace? Do you have a robot? So I'm going to, I think I had said in other lives that I will be putting everybody's name in a hat that has asked a question in the lives. Oh, you don't have a robot, Grace. Good. That has asked questions in my 4 lives this for February. And I want to do that, but at the end, I'll do that at the end. Oh, there's a squirrel. Shit you not. We talk about this, my distraction. There's a little red squirrel. It just climbed into my newly, what do you call it? I just filled my bird feeders. Your hair looks amazing. No, it doesn't, Grace. It's like nappy, and I don't like that powder shit she puts in my hair because it makes it feel dirty. Anyways, this is coming from experience lately, and I've been kind of an emotional roller coaster with my son, Jack, going to be going into the Marines, and he's also graduating early. So I have been feeling the empty nest roller coaster emotional waves, I guess I want to call it. So what's drawn and why I'm drawn to doing this live today and not on my Wednesday is I just want to like make it short and sweet and talk about one topic, and that's crying. There are a lot of benefits for like a releasing benefit. Hello, Mindy. And tears, I found this really cool saying on the internet. And it says, tears are the ultimate act of cleansing. You know you're going to move on. Okay, hold on. You know you're going to move forward to the next direction. Let me read that again. Tears are the ultimate act of cleansing. You know you're going to move on or forward to the next direction. And what I've been experiencing lately is so it's coming up on like the 2 weeks before Jack leaves. He leaves. We found out now that he's not leaving. He's actually flying out the 14th, but he will be leaving our house March 13th. And so since we kind of upped it a couple hours, I've had time to reflect, and I feel like it's building up like a dam almost of tears. I know that I'm gonna bawl my eyes out, but I didn't even catch myself like doing dishes or whatnot, and I'll get teary-eyed, or I'll hear a song or a saying or something, you know, and it will make me think of missing Jack, the future. So I'm anticipating, and I know like watching him leave to go to basic is going to suck. The first 2 weeks is going to suck for him. The first 2 weeks is going to suck for me, and Travis and Cody and Chelsea and everybody else in our family that's thinking about him, my parents and Travis's parents, and all parties involved, and all his friends and close friends. But I anticipate and I'm embracing that release because do you ever feel, for me, I don't feel like worse after a release like that. I usually feel better after a good cry. And I think I've talked about this in my other lives before, that I usually have like a cry fest. And it's usually around Father's Day weekend, because that's usually when Travis and Jack and Cody, they all go on this father's dudes weekend. And so the house is just alone with me and the dog. So I put on all these sappy movies and I just bawl my eyes out, you know. Oh, my left ear's ringing. That's for me. When they say your right ear rings, it's messages dealing with others. And when your left ear rings, it's inner. It's about you. So that's interesting that it's ringing as I'm talking about bawling my eyes out. So what I want to say about tears, and don't hold back. I mean, I know as a woman, it comes on more strong than men. And men especially, they are programmed by upraising and society. Hello, Nicole. To be strong and to not show their emotions. And if they do show their emotions, they look weak. And that's not true, because I always admire my husband when he can actually get to that level because of the pre-programming. And I always admire any man that can be in touch with, you know, that feminine side. And by feminine, I don't mean feminine like a woman. It's the feminine side. And if you tune in to my chakra course, my 8-week chakra course, we get into the masculine and the feminine energies. And it's just a different characteristic. Like the masculine characteristics are like strong, robust, secure, where the feminine is more soft and laid back and so on and so forth. I'm not going to go into detail with that. But so that's what when somebody says getting in touch with their feminine side, that's what that means. It's their feminine energy, because we both, as men and women, we both have masculine and feminine energy. We just dominate one or more of the other. So when guys don't, when they feel like if they show their emotions, like in crying form, that they look weak. And I want to say that you're not weak. I know there's not many, if there's any guys watching, I don't think there is, but you are not weak or meek or any less a man if you show your emotions through tears. That is the body's way of cleansing and getting rid of those sad thoughts or feelings. I'm sad for Jack because he's not going to be here. I'm happy for Jack because he's going to be finally taking that endeavor, that adventure that he's been looking for so long, for, you know, probably half his life. Which you think about it, half of his life is 9 years. So, and he's got so much more of a life. So I embrace those tears because I know like how valuable and how beneficial it is to actually get those out. And I know it's going to be like a rough next 2 weeks. So if you run into me and I look like I just look ragged or tired, or like I just, like I just cried, it's probably I did. I'm not gonna lie. It is gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. But I know that I have to embrace every emotion that I experience while he's gone. It will make me stronger. Me and Travis have never been empty nesters, because when Travis and I first met, we had Cody. I had Cody with me, and Cody was like, I want to say 4 or 5. So Travis and I have never been like really empty nesters, just the two of us. So that will be a weird transition as well. And then my dog is also 13, so he could be going, he could be going anytime as well too. So we will be really empty nesters, So does anybody have any questions? Because I'm going to pull who won the February free Oracle card reading. And I just ordered 3 new Oracle card decks. So that's exciting. One is chakra based, because I'm going to be pulling cards during each week. If you have not seen my posts or the invites or the events, I'm doing a 8-week chakra course. It's free. You just have to tune on. It's basically very generic. I'm going to use this book for the content. Feel free to follow along with that book or any other book. It's Q&A. Basically, we're going to do some energy exercises. We're going to do some light meditation. We're going to... How did you know I was having a Sunday cry fest? Well, guess what, Amanda? Your name goes in here too now because you just asked a question. A Sunday cry fest? I don't know. Sundays are always like my reflection day because I don't do a lot of prepping anymore. I'm kind of getting away from the prepping. It's just I find different things. I do more protein shakes and more just raw fruits and vegetables. So I do less prepping now. So Sundays are just a good reflection day. And don't feel bad that, you know, that women cry, because that's our business. Nobody gives a shit. You know, you're not any less of a woman if you cry. I love to cry. I mean, I don't want to cry every day, you know, but whatever. I embrace that moment of release, I call it, you know. And that's how you need to shift your attitude and your mindset and your perspective, because you know, the minute you label it something negative, now your ego drives that fear wagon. And so if you call it something uplifting, then your ego has no choice but, you know, to shift its attitude. And it's a good thing. It's positive. Releasing is positive. It's releasing of those burdens, of those feelings. And sometimes you have to do it, you know, more than once or twice. I've had lots of releases in this journey. And exciting news, it's been 1 year as of today since Travis and I basically kind of surrendered to the spiritual lifestyle, where we actually decided I'm going to accept my ability that I was given and that I was kind of influenced, I was given, told I was given. The day that we saw that psychic at the Holistic Wellness Fair, the day that we basically found new interest in each other and in each other's qualities. And so it's been a year. And I actually journaled that experience last year. And so I was reflecting earlier this morning on it, and there was some things, because I haven't read it since last year that I remember if I did. And so I read it this morning, and there was a lot of things that popped in that are like, oh, that makes sense, you know, because I did journal the experiences. Travis journaled his experience about that initial meditation where I got the demandments, I call it. So I'm not quite sure if I want to read it out loud to my viewers, if that's too personal or if that's just not something, you know, people want to hear, because it is pretty personal. It is something that I've gone through. Or if I should start a blog. I hate typing. I really hate typing. And I don't know why. It takes longer to write something, but for some reason my flow and my creativity and my spirituality comes out better when I write. I think it's because it's I get to start with the word and finish the word. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting right now. So typing, it just seems ... You know, it's just letters and it's just so repetitious. Plus I suck at typing. So if anybody wants to make a couple extra bucks and start writing down some files for me, I would love that. Are you hungover, Russell? I was this morning. So no, this is the Sunday look. Hungover or not, this is my Sunday unfiltered look, Russ. Yep. No, I was hungover this morning, just a little bit. I drank too many glasses of wine, and I should know better because wine just dehydrates you. All right. So, Russ, is that your question? Your question is supposed to be related to the topic, so I can't even qualify that as a question, but I did answer it. But I appreciate your you're watching this. You're watching this. It's not Wednesday. All right, so I'm going to pull the name for February's questions. And you get a free reading. And if you've already had a free reading, or if you already had a reading free, or you paid for a reading, I think I'm going to do a 3-month expiration. And if you want to give it away, go ahead, give it away. I don't really care. I don't do this to make oodles of money. It's a side hustle. Oh, so Maya, I don't know if you're watching, but Maya Jenneman won the free reading for February. I have to read Amanda's a thing. Nailed it. I have been so crabby and even said out loud, I would just feel better if I cried. Yes, don't hold back those tears. Let them flow like rivers. Stacy is watching. Hello, Stacy. I cried the other day and felt so much better. See, this shit makes sense. I don't make this stuff up, you guys. It's very important to let this out, to release, because there's some science behind it. I should have actually maybe researched it, but this was just speaking from a little live that I was speaking from the heart. And so it's a part of releasing. Now, when I had my release, just a tidbit, I cried, I threw up. There's also like bowel, I guess I'll call it movements. Some people get, I know when there's a lot of releasing in like a Reiki, that people have, like in our Reiki share, they have talked about where they have to go throw up immediately because they either are releasing their own burdens or they have, they're sensitive, so they're empath, so they take on other energies, and sometimes that's the only way of getting it out is to throw it up. It all depends on how the universe wants your body to process. And then like some people like will get the diarrhea or a little bit of indigestion. For me, I cry. That's my release. I cry. But I will say that the release I had in Tulum was so powerful that I did puke. I puked and I cried. But that was not that I can say it was the best feeling, because it was physically painful. But hindsight's 2020, and I would absolutely go through that again, because what I experienced after the fact and, since what I experienced since November has been, hands down, it's been a growing experience. It's been a growing journey. I've had a lot of growing pains and a lot of things that pulled on my heartstrings. And Travis and I have gone through some stuff as a couple and as individual. So don't hold back those tears. Now, Russ, you're a dude. Russ, answer me this. Do you feel that crying makes you look weak or makes you look like less of a man? Less of a masculine man, if you're still on here, Russ? We'll wait a little bit. I'm listening to this thing on, I think it's YouTube, and it's got like a picnic scene with a tree. And Russ, did you hear my question? Do you have a window open? Why? Can you hear it? I don't have a window open. Why? What can you hear, Amanda? My husband is watching a movie downstairs, and we have like a freaking sci-fi, hi-fi stereo thing downstairs. No, I have on, let me see what it is. It is Lazy Summer Afternoon Ambiance. 8 hours of gentle river and bird sounds for relaxation. You can hear that, Amanda? Wow, because I barely have it turned up. But, my husband, he has set me up with a very good system in here. You need to send me that meditation you were going to. Stacy, I need more detail. What meditation? What meditation are you talking about? And Russ says, well, personally think you don't mind crying. I think society makes it uncomfortable for men to cry. It does. Society does make it uncomfortable for making it does. Society does make it uncomfortable for men to cry, and that's just unacceptable. And I think we need to start getting away from that. I think we need to start teaching our kids about the masculine and feminine sides of the energy. The masculine and feminine sides of energy is very important. Yes, it's so refreshing. I love it. Makes me think of spring. Oh, I know. And you should see the here, I'll just show you guys because I have a cool tripod now. Can you see that is the view. So I look over that and then I look outside and I see the snow. So you were talking about it at Crush Friday. Oh, yes, that thing. I can't. Okay, I will try again. Yes, Stacy, I will send that. And good thing I meant crying is okay for men. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, society does make it uncomfortable for men to cry, but Russell, you think that crying is okay for men. Good, because we need more of that on board. So I'm going to say one more thing and then I'll get off here because I got a journal and you guys don't need to see me on Sunday. So what I was talking about this meditation. So when Travis and I first saw Scotty O'Rourke a year ago to the day, he gave us this guided meditation track to use. And the first 5 minutes is just him kind of setting you in a meditative state, taking a couple deep breaths. He has you visualize putting all your thoughts in a basket. Thoughts are good, but we don't need to think about them now. So you visualize putting all these thoughts in a basket with the cover on. And then he tells you you're protected, and he kind of goes through, okay, you're in a picture, the light is God's light, and it's going through your head and your body and all over. Or first he does like, okay, so you're in a shower and the water is God's light, and it cascade over your body. Then he says, okay, now picture that water as God's light, and so on and so forth. And then like the last 20 or 25 minutes is just like some binaural beat music, meditation music. And it doesn't seem like it's doing anything when you just listen to it, but honestly, I've had the most powerful, productive meditation sessions when I use that track. So if anybody is interested in having me send it, that is what Stacy is talking about, is that meditation track. Now, Stacy, I think I have your email. For some reason, I can't send it through a text, but I will try to send it through Facebook Messenger. If anybody else wants that, it's just a track. It's going to probably come up as a voice message on Facebook Messenger. But if anybody else wants that, I can send it to you email or Facebook Messenger. So let's try Facebook Messenger first. Okay, so Russ wants it. Russ, I might have already sent that to you. So Russ, go through your archive Facebook messages because I might have sent that to you and Lynette. Okay, so Russell wants it and Stacy wants it. All right, folks. Well, have a good cry. It's good. You'll sleep better. I honestly sleep. Like if I have something going on and it affects me before I go to bed, I sleep so good. I don't know why it is about a good cry before bed, but I wish I did it every night. Wouldn't that be? Travis is like, oh, are you crying? Yep, I cry every night before I go to bed. I think he would start to take it personally. All right, if that doesn't work, my email is. Okay, all right, folks. Spread this out to your male and female children, that crying is okay. It is okay. It's a part of our body. It's a part of our life. It's a part of our universe. Tears are the ultimate act of cleansing. It's just like you have to take a shower, you have to brush your teeth, you have to wash your hair, you have to cleanse your emotions. All right. Let me know how your crying session goes. Love you. Peace, love, joy. See you Wednesday.